Many retirees are now leaving the tropical havens they once dreamed of. On Explore World, we reveal why places like Thailand, Malaysia, Vietnam, and the Philippines are losing their appeal, and what that means for your retirement plans. Indonesia, Bali, when paradise becomes a burden. For decades, Bali stood as Southeast Asia's postcard-perfect escape, a tropical retreat that promised affordability, spiritual richness, and a slower rhythm of life. Its lush rice terraces, temples shrouded in incense, and sun-drenched beaches attracted retirees from across the globe, drawn not only by beauty, but by a sense of belonging in its growing expat enclaves. Yet under the surface of tranquility, cracks have begun to show. The cost of living has surged. Neighborhoods once dominated by small guest houses are now filled with luxury developments catering to digital nomads and Instagram influencers. Traditional Balinese communities are increasingly pushed to the margins, and longtime expats are caught in the middle. Infrastructure struggles to keep up. Power outages are common in some areas. Trash collection is inconsistent, and coastal waters, once crystal clear, are often littered with plastic, particularly during rainy season. For retirees who envisioned a peaceful, worry-free existence, the daily reality now includes noise pollution, water shortages, and overcrowding. And without a proper retirement visa, staying legally long-term requires regular renewals, immigration checks, and expensive visa agents. The dream of island life remains, but for many, it now comes with a hefty price, both financially and mentally. Malaysia, from retirement haven to financial headache. Malaysia was once considered the crown jewel of retirement in Asia. With English widely spoken, a diverse population, and one of the region's best healthcare systems, the country offered a seamless transition for retirees looking to settle into a new life abroad. The Malaysia My Second Home (MM2H) program, launched in the early 2000s, was praised for its simplicity and reasonable financial requirements. Retirees could live comfortably on modest pensions while enjoying modern conveniences, tropical weather, and vibrant cultural festivals like Thaipusam and Chinese New Year. But changes in government policy have shifted the landscape dramatically. New MM2H requirements introduced in 2021 demand proof of wealth beyond what most retirees possess, turning a previously accessible program into an elite offering. Thousands of expats who had called Malaysia home for years were left uncertain, scrambling to meet new rules or facing the prospect of leaving. Even daily living has grown more expensive. Imported goods now come at a premium. Rents in expat-friendly neighborhoods like Mont Kiara or Georgetown have doubled, and eating out, once a delightfully cheap experience at hawker stalls, is steadily climbing in cost. For those who arrived a decade ago, Malaysia may still feel like home. But for newcomers, it's no longer the retirement bargain it once was. South Korea, sleek, modern, but socially distant. At first glance, South Korea offers much to admire. A technologically advanced nation with gleaming cityscapes, efficient bullet trains, and a strong sense of public order, it appeals to those who appreciate structure, innovation, and safety. The streets of Seoul are immaculate, public restrooms are spotless, and even late-night walks feel secure. Healthcare is world-class, and facilities are equipped with state-of-the-art technology. But without access to public insurance, foreigners face high out-of-pocket expenses. And unlike more tourism-driven countries, South Korea offers no retirement visa program, only temporary stays or teaching-related visas, often unsuitable for retirees. The cultural adjustment is another hurdle. Social norms are highly structured, emphasizing age, status, and group conformity. For many Western retirees, this translates to difficulty forming meaningful relationships with locals. Public interactions can feel formal, and foreign residents often struggle to feel truly accepted. While South Korea may be ideal for short visits or part-time stays, those seeking emotional comfort, community, and easy long-term living may find the environment more isolating than inspiring. Vietnam, affordable charm with growing complications. Vietnam, with its bustling markets, fragrant street food, and dramatic landscapes, has long been a magnet for retirees craving something different. Cities like Da Nang, Nha Trang, and Hanoi offered a low-cost, high-reward lifestyle, vibrant yet affordable, exotic yet livable. Retirees once found it easy to integrate into local communities or form expat circles. The slower pace of life along the Mekong Delta or the ancient ambiance of Hoi An offered a daily sense of adventure without the high price tag. However, a wave of policy changes in 2023 disrupted the calm. New visa regulations have made long-term stays complicated, forcing retirees into a cycle of border runs or uncertain legal status. For older adults with health concerns or mobility issues, this revolving door system can be stressful, even dangerous. Healthcare in major cities has improved but still varies widely in quality. Language remains a major barrier in hospitals, pharmacies, and government offices. While Vietnam retains its rustic charm and value for money appeal, long-term retirement here now demands flexibility, resilience, and a higher tolerance for red tape. Japan: impeccable standards at a high price. Few countries command as much global respect for their efficiency, politeness, and cleanliness as Japan. From the peaceful stillness of Kyoto's shrines to the buzz of Tokyo's neon-lit districts, the country offers a sensory experience unlike any other. It's orderly, beautiful, and deeply respectful of both tradition and innovation. For retirees who value safety, reliability, and refined culture, Japan is unmatched. Trains arrive on the dot. Crime is nearly non-existent. Public spaces are immaculately maintained, and the people are courteous to a fault. But these perks come at a cost. Japan is among the most expensive countries in Asia, not just for rent and groceries, but for basic daily conveniences. Even outside the major cities, prices remain high compared to neighbors like Thailand or Vietnam. Socially, the experience can feel distant. Despite warm hospitality, integration into local communities is slow, and foreigners are often seen as perpetual outsiders. Without strong Japanese language skills, communication barriers can affect everything from healthcare to housing applications. Japan offers a life of order and peace, but it's a life that demands financial preparation, cultural sensitivity, and a willingness to navigate complex systems over the long term. The Philippines: tropical paradise with real-world problems. The Philippines has long been a magnet for retirees seeking warm weather, friendly locals, and a low cost of living. English is widely spoken, and a dedicated Special Resident Retiree Visa (SRRV) makes legal residency easier than in many other Asian countries. But behind the postcard image lies a more complicated reality. Frequent power outages, aging infrastructure, and unreliable public transportation frustrate many long-term residents. Internet speeds remain among the slowest in Southeast Asia, a serious drawback in today's connected world, especially for retirees who rely on digital communication with family or telehealth services. Healthcare access varies significantly by location. While private hospitals in cities like Manila or Cebu offer high-quality care, rural facilities are often under-resourced. One alarming example: an Australian retiree suffered a heart attack in a provincial town, only to find the local hospital unequipped to help. He had to endure a long journey just to receive emergency treatment. And then there's the climate. With over 20 typhoons striking the country annually, severe storms bring flooding, damage, and months of recovery. While the Philippines offers charm and affordability, the risks, both natural and infrastructural, shouldn't be overlooked. Singapore: the future comes at a high cost. Singapore dazzles with its cutting-edge urban design, impeccable cleanliness, and unmatched public safety. A global financial hub with world-class infrastructure, it's one of the most developed nations in Asia, and it shows. But sophistication comes with a steep price tag. A modest one-bedroom apartment in central Singapore typically starts at $2,500 per month. Dining out, utilities, and transportation quickly add up, placing Singapore among the most expensive cities in the world. Healthcare is top-tier and efficient, but it's not subsidized for foreigners. A routine doctor's visit may cost $150, while more serious medical procedures can reach into the thousands. The country offers no retirement visa, and while permanent residency is possible, it requires significant financial investment, a high barrier for the average retiree. Singapore may be the future of urban living, but for retirees without considerable means, it remains a challenging place to put down roots. Cambodia: affordable living, but with limitations. Cambodia has carved out a niche as a destination for budget-conscious retirees. With its low cost of living, relaxed visa policies, and warm climate, it appeals to those seeking a slower, simpler lifestyle. However, affordability comes with trade-offs. Healthcare is one of the biggest concerns. Cambodia lacks a reliable medical infrastructure, prompting many retirees to travel to neighboring Thailand or Vietnam for serious treatment. In-country options are limited, especially outside of Phnom Penh. Infrastructure issues persist, including frequent power outages, poor road conditions, and unsafe drinking water. These challenges require a high degree of self-reliance and adaptability. As one expat put it, Cambodia is great if you're adventurous and don't mind roughing it. But if you value stability and consistent healthcare access, it's not for the faint of heart. China, modern comfort meets legal and cultural complexity. China's rapid modernization has transformed cities like Shanghai, Beijing, and Shenzhen into global metropolises. High-speed rail, cutting-edge hospitals, and impressive cityscapes offer a glimpse of the future. Yet for foreign retirees, navigating life in China presents significant challenges. Language is a major barrier. Without Mandarin skills, basic tasks, from opening a bank account to visiting a doctor, can be daunting. While translation apps help, they can't bridge cultural gaps or decode bureaucratic nuances. There is no retirement visa, and existing visa options, typically tourist or business-related, offer little stability. Rules can be unclear and inconsistently enforced. One retiree reported contacting 3 different visa agents and receiving 3 different answers. The lack of transparency and shifting regulations have led many long-term residents to leave, despite their affection for the country. China has much to offer, but for retirees seeking predictability and ease of settlement, the legal and linguistic hurdles can prove too high. Thailand, from retirement hotspot to financial challenge. For decades, Thailand stood as the gold standard for retirement in Southeast Asia. With its inviting climate, friendly locals, vibrant culture, and low cost of living, cities like Chiang Mai, Pattaya, and Hua Hin became expat enclaves. But the tide is turning. Costs are rising across the board. An apartment that cost $300/month in 2015 now rents for $550 to $700. Street food, once famously cheap, is climbing in price. Hospital fees have also nearly doubled in recent years. Retirement visa rules have grown stricter. Applicants must now prove $23,000 in a Thai bank account, earn a monthly income of at least $1,850, and carry health insurance that can cost upwards of $1,500 annually. For many retirees, especially those on fixed incomes, these requirements are becoming difficult to meet. Language barriers and cultural differences remain a challenge, especially outside major tourist zones. Without Thai language skills, tasks like dealing with landlords, hospital staff, or local authorities can quickly become overwhelming. For some longtime residents, these factors are pushing them to reconsider whether Thailand is still the dream destination it once was. So, which of these destinations surprised you the most? Are any of them still part of your retirement dream? Let us know in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, please give the video a like, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications. Stick around for our next video. You won't want to miss it.